All right, let's talk about robots. Robots have been added to Pocket Space RPG in this supplement here. It's available on DriveThruRPG. I'll have a link down in the description. And I made it as cheap as you can pretty much make it on DriveThruRPG. I wanted to be able to get it in 2 pages, so there's no art really to it, just to make it a quick thing, boom, and you're able to not take up much of more of your paper. So you're going to be able to roll up the type of body that it has. So its head, maybe it's human-like, its torso, maybe it's a cylinder, its arms, maybe it's moderately human-like, exposed circuitry and supports, much like C3PO. And then what type of locomotion does it have? 5, it's bipedal, so it has legs. And then you're going to figure out a design purpose, and there's 6 of those: servitude, labor, maintenance, medical, astro, and combat. And what that does is that's going to give you a basic function. Each one's going to have a basic function that all robots of that design purpose will have. But then each one of those has 4 different specialized functions, and you get to pick 2 of those. So for the servitude robot, you've got like linguistics, culinary arts, tutorship, and safeguard. Labor, you've got their basic is, of course, being able to do heavy lifting and repetitious work. And you can choose from extreme strength, construction, hazard resilience, and carry-all. So each one of these are obviously to give them more uniqueness. The maintenance robot, also known as a repair bot, can repair stuff, but not too advanced. And the 4 specialized functions are fabrication, advanced ground vehicle repair, advanced starship repair, or advanced machinery repair, which obviously can take their repair skills and really ramp them up. And then you've got the medical robot, or the medbot, and it can heal kind of like a med kit, but doesn't use a med kit. It just takes a little bit longer. And then they've got surgeon, med kit replenishment, extended care, which allows you to, for 8 hours, if you stay with that robot, it'll heal all your hit points. And then body part replacement, obviously pretty self-explanatory there. And then you've got astrobots are going to help you with your starship. They can calculate hyperdrive jumps with a reroll, as they possess advanced training in space travel. And then the 4 specialized functions are autopilot, and it allows it to pretty much do basic maneuvers, but they can't perform starship combat pilot roles. Systems calibration, it allows the heroic reroll to not just, when you roll a 6, like I just did, you only need a 5 or 6, which I did, and I got a heroic reroll. Systems monitoring, they're looking for errors and performing beneficial performance routines. At the end of every round, they roll a 5+, which I did. I'm rolling some good heat. They get to provide a reroll for the next round only to any position. And then quick repairs. Once a ship takes hit, you immediately roll, and that probably would do it. And if you equal or beat the damage that the starship just received, it takes 1 less damage. And then you've got the combat robot, the battle bot. And in essence, what it does is it can have combat where the other ones are not programmed for violence against living beings. And so they can choose from armored, fast, guardian, much like the security character, and area attack. But they do get to reroll all attack, action, combat skill rolls, but they only use a d6 -1, and they're equipped with a laser rifle. Then you've got some rules here for pretty much basic rules for being a robot. All sorts of stuff for how they live, how they interact with people, how they get repaired, and how they kind of jack into machines. Languages, whether or not you want them to speak a language. If they don't speak a language, they receive an additional reroll at the start of the session. And then how some people might not treat them very well. And then you've got rules for androids and synthetics. Obviously, androids look like humans, but definitely aren't. Anybody can really tell that. And they have extreme enhanced strength. They don't have to eat, sleep, or breathe. They can be any crew member career, but some people might have, I think, an issue with android captains. You, of course, can run that any way you want. They heal as robots, and they are automatically armored. Then synthetics, obviously taken very much from Alien. They appear just like their living being counterparts. The only real way to tell is if they take damage. Their materials in their body of blood and organs is made of different colors and different design. And obviously, if they do damage, people could probably see it, and then people might not like a synthetic, or they might like them. Who knows? They have an artificial body that functions exactly like their living being counterpart, requiring them to eat, drink, sleep, and heal normally. They can be any crew member career. They do have enhanced strength or agility, and if they use that, that might expose their true nature. They may have their own hidden goals and orders from their respective creators or authorities, which could be counteractive to the rest of the crew. So obviously very much taken from Alien. And then they only live a fraction of the lives of living being counterparts, but they level up as normal PCs. Then you've got some robot enemies here, 7. A little bit of rules here explaining how you can make them. Use Pocket Fantasy, use some other stuff from Pocket Space like the alien abilities, and just kind of go to town here. So there's a small quadruped robot, a beetle robot, a flying insect robot, a turret, because you could probably have a lot of those that you might need, a load lifter robot, obviously going to be able to pick up some large stuff, and then a tiny seeker robot, which is obviously taken from Dune, which might have some poison and try to kill you. And then this Deathbot, which just has a ton of different abilities. It can make multiple attacks and has a lot of hit points. So that is Pocket Space RPG robots. And this 2 little pages, once again, in my type of design, I'm trying to cram as much as I can into this small space. And I don't have really the page count for art. That may be something that I might be able to slide in here and there with future updates to this PDF. But thank you very much for everyone who's checked out Pocket Space. It's been doing extremely well. I'm just absolutely amazed at everybody that's picked it up. I thank you very, very much. I hope this adds some more fun to your game. One thing to also say is that you can always just have a robot as an NPC that the whole party use. They can create its own personality, not played by anybody, and just is a really great sidekick that has some extremely beneficial abilities that they are able to provide to the crew. So there it is, Pocket Space RPG robots. Thank you once again. Thanks for watching this video.